What is up guys, it's WOTLK here, back with another Wrath of the Lich King Classic video. Today we are checking out the best WOTLK gold farms, showing you my selection of what I think are the best gold farms in Wrath Classic, to give you guys an idea of where to farm. I know at least one of these farms will be specific to one class, but most of them will be open to all classes, but will have some professional requirements attached to them, or at least specific professions can help you make more gold from the farm itself. If you're looking for even more gold farms for Wrath Classic, I have a bunch of them listed in my Wrath Classic Gold Guide, which is linked down below in the video description. The feedback on this guide has been amazing so far, and I'm so happy that you guys are liking it and finding it helpful. My main goal is to help you guys make as much gold as possible, both through my videos and through that guide, so the positive feedback really means everything. If you haven't checked out the guide yet, once again the link is down below, and you can even get it at half price by using the code SOLHEIM. So first off, let's talk about the famous 1000 gold per hour gold farm, the Rogue Karazhan farm. So I already have a full video on exactly how this farm is done, but basically there's two main pulls inside Karazhan, where you literally just pull a bunch of mobs together and AoE them down. The reason why this works as a rogue is because you can literally burst them down in one evasion cooldown, while using Fan of Knives and Adrenaline Rush, giving you the most optimal gold per hour based on your DPS, while Protection Paladins are probably going to be able to do the same type of farm. It will take them 15 to 20 minutes per run, while a rogue can literally finish a reset in 5 minutes. This type of gold farm is purely raw gold as well, based on literally looting raw gold, as well as a bunch of venderable items. As this is a raid instance and you are killing elite, you will get a bunch of greens, blues and even purples that you can vendor for up to 15 gold each, or disenchant if those enchanting materials are worth more on your server. This farm utilizes two different trinkets, the Darkmoon Card Heroism trinket and the Essence of Gossamer, so if you're a rogue looking to try this farm, you need to obtain both of those trinkets first, but other than that, other than those two trinkets, there are no real requirements, other than the Glyph of Evasion and maybe the Glyph of Fan of Knives, and if you want to make it easier for yourself, you also want to have engineering for that hand rocket and rocket boots. Farm number 2 takes place in Wintergrasp, and if you've played Wrath of the Lich King before, you probably know about this farm, the Lashers in the southwestern part of Wintergrasp. This is a really good farm, or even a great farm for raw gold, but mostly the item that you are looking for is Eternal Life. Eternal Life is in huge demand in Wrath Classic, especially early on when people are looking for their Darkmoon Card Greatness trinkets. These mobs straight up drop crystallized life, which you can turn into Eternal Life, so there's technically no profession required for this farm, but by having herbalism you can gather these mobs after killing them for additional loot, and that additional loot will give you extra raw gold, extra crystallized life, and a variety of northland herbs as well, so having herbalism will more than double your gold per hour from this farm, and personally I would not recommend going here without herbalism. That being said, if you do have herbalism, this is an absolutely amazing gold farming location, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. Farm number 3 also takes place in Wintergrasp, so if the previous farming location is too crowded, you can head on over and check out this one. This one is on the other side of Wintergrasp, so the northwestern or the southeastern part, and you are farming for raw gold as well as eternal fires, while this location really doesn't have a profession requirement attached to it, and you can't gather anything extra from the mobs themselves by having a specific profession. There are cinder gas clouds located throughout this farming location, and by having engineering as well as the sap throttle mote extractor, you can extract additional eternal fires from those gas clouds. I've tested this at length myself, and I recently did a 10-hour test, and you get roughly 35% more eternal fires from having engineering and extracting those gas clouds, so having engineering upgrades the efficiency of this farm by roughly 35%. Farm number 4 is a bit of a different one, no herbalism, no engineering, and no rogue requirement. This farm takes place in Ice Crown, on a small island all the way up north, and slightly to the west, so northwest. This farm is straight up just a humanoid based farm, where you are looting for raw gold, venderable wardrobe items as well as frostweave cloth. Because these are humanoids and you have a perk called cloth scavenging in Wrath, being a tailor will increase your gold per hour slightly, as you will obtain more frostweave cloth from humanoids. Certain classes are probably better for this farm than others. For example, warlocks can farm here endlessly by pulling with corruption and curse of agony, while passively healing themselves with their siphon life talent, which is absolutely insane, and mages can AoE farm with quite high efficiency at this location. Another farm that I want you guys to know about is this one right here in Sholazar Basin. This gold farm is located in the southwest. Why do I keep saying this? It's southeast of Sholazar Basin, and you are farming for gorillas. This is a skinning based gold farm, so having skinning is essential here, but these gorillas also have a really decent loot table for raw gold, so it really is the best of both worlds, but having skinning is definitely essential for this farm. This could be a great way to farm gold while leveling up as well, in which case I would recommend being at least level 76, maybe even level 77, and you can farm up a decent amount of gold while getting your last couple of levels. Alternatively, you can also farm the mammoths further up north in Sholazar Basin for chunko mammoths, aka the mammoth meat, which is used in various cooking crafts such as the mammoth meal and spiced mammoth meat, both of which are actually quite lucrative crafts in Wrath, and this is one of the most wanted types of meat. And let's talk about another great gold farm, which is a gold farm that requires no professions whatsoever, and isn't even enhanced by any professions either, meaning literally anyone can do this regardless of your class or profession, and that is this Eternal Fire farm in Storm Peaks. One of the main reasons why I love this specific farm so much is because while it is a popular farm that is usually crowded AF, there are so many other gold farms located right next to it, so you can literally fly between like 4 different gold farms that are within minutes of flying, so chances are one of them will be available for you to farm at. And once again, I have all those gold farms and many more included in my Wrath Classic gold guide, which is linked down below. I will also say that having herbalism and mining in phase 1 of Wrath Classic will be an absolutely insane way of farming gold, and the gold per hour from that will probably be some of the best gold per hour that you will see in Wrath Classic. A lot of people are clowning around saying that herbalism and mining won't be worth anything because of bots, but anyone who played phase 1 of TBC Classic already knows the profitability of herbalism and mining, and in Wrath the demand for both of those simply skyrockets to the moon. So yeah, those are my top picks for the best Wrath Classic gold farms. Feel free to test them out and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel for more Wrath videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.